Oh, is it really you? You're back. I missed you. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come jump up in my lap. You look so good. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yay. What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve coming at you today with an SGC return. 25 cards total. 24 that I bought raw, and one card that I resubmitted because I wanted to have it reslabbed. So yeah, 25 cards. Sent this in 15-day service. They received it on June 29th. I just got it back on October 26th. So see, yeah, definitely not a 15-day service. Definitely didn't meet those turnaround times, but some profits to be made in this box. So sit back, relax, guys. We'll check these out. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Flippin' Steve. And I told you everything about this SGC order in the intro. You know, sent in on June 29th, or that's when they submitted it, June 29th. I received it back October 26th, yesterday. So yeah, there you have it. The turnaround time on it, you can do the math on the days. And I originally submitted it as a 15-day turnaround. So there you go. I do believe that they refunded me the money for the difference in price for the 15-day turnaround. But, you know, it wasn't back in time. And a lot of these cards were submitted for the NBA bubble. I bought these cards really cheap. So a lot of these cards, I sent them in with the intentions of I don't care that if I even get 9s. However, the value of the SGC 9 is just really not holding much ground right now. Yeah, the SGC 9 is nowhere near a PSA 9, just like the 10s aren't near the 10s. Yeah, I don't know. It's for me right now, it kind of feels like a sad situation for SGC. I don't know why. They just didn't catch on, didn't live up to their promises on turnaround times. I still love the looks of a lot of cards, and I will use them for PC collection and stuff like that. Cards that I think will look awesome in some of their sleeves and maybe some vintage stuff. But this may be my final order of modern as far as going with them. The really only reason I tried to push these cards through with SGC was because I was hoping to get these cards back in time to sell for the NBA playoffs. And they just didn't meet the deadline, and it just didn't happen. So I have them now. I'm going to have to hold these cards till the season starts back up in hopes of, you know, maximizing my profits. I really don't think there's any way I can lose on this order because I bought a lot of this stuff so cheap. Guys, we're well over 1450 in subscribers, still pushing towards 1500. I know we can get there. It's going to be awesome when we do. And I'm still giving away a pack of a Mosaic Cellar pack back there. We'll be giving away at the end of this video. A couple videos ago, I asked you to answer a question in the comments. So I'll be giving away one of those cellar packs for free. And I'm also in the process of giving away this Mosaic Football hanger pack. I'll tell you how you can win this. Just hang with me. Sometime through this video, I'll tell you what you need to do to qualify yourself to win this absolutely free of charge. Without any further ado, guys, yeah, thanks for your support. I love my subscribers, my supporters. You guys are very interactive. You guys are awesome, and you guys keep me doing content. Because, like I said, I only do this for fun. This is not something that I do. And with that being said, in my last video, I actually used a Mariah Carey song in my introduction, and YouTube denied, you know, they wouldn't allow me to monetize the video. They said the only way you can monetize the video is if you remove the Mariah Carey song from your introduction. And I said, you know what? I don't care about monetizing my video. I would rather keep that in there for the sake of entertainment. I'm not going to sacrifice, you know, the entertainment that I did, even if it was stupid. You know, if I got a laugh out of you guys and you guys found it entertaining, then it was worth more than the monetization that I would have gotten from YouTube. So I really didn't even care about it, so I left it in. Let's go ahead and get into these cards. This is what you guys came here for. There's one football card, mostly modern basketball, guys that were playing in the playoffs, and there's one Kobe Bryant card. Yeah, a couple older basketball, not really 1996 stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start with the one football card. This was an Emmitt Smith 90 Fleer update out of the set. I thought it looked really clean. Came back a 9.5. A lot of times with the 9.5 Mint Plus, I believe PSA would 10 a lot of these cards. I believe because SGC has this 9.5 Mint Plus grade that they can almost not give away as many 10s because they have this 9.5. And so if they find just any little itty bitty flaw, it's going to drop it to a 9.5. Where with PSA, PSA will let some flaws go. They will let some of the centering issues go. I've seen back corners be let go by PSA. I could show you some examples. I should have pulled some out, but I've seen some back corners dings that get passed up by PSA because they're on the back. However, SGC will use that as a flaw and drop a card to a 9.5. I used to think the 9.5 was a good grade because it was a good safety net. You know, you could send in your modern stuff, and if it didn't 10, at least it would get this 9.5. However, I feel like SGC is using this 9.5 a lot more liberally to stop them from giving away 10s. I find it a lot harder to get a 10 with SGC. With that being said, if you get a 10 from SGC, it's a really legit grade, so it's a shame that it doesn't hold more value in the market, because a 10 from SGC, guys, and I'm not just saying this to try to pump SGC, because really, all my current orders are with PSA. I'm going back to PSA. But an SGC 10 is tougher than a PSA 10. I've submitted cards to both companies, the exact same cards. I've evaluated the same way and gotten 10s from PSA and not from SGC. That's my thoughts on that and on that grade. Next up, I can see what the top card is, so I know what the next 5 cards are. These are all the same card. 2018 Trae Young hoops. I bought these in a lot for about $5 a card. I believe I bought 10 of them for $50, $40 in shipping, something like that. I couldn't pull up the old eBay data because it was a long time ago. I wish I could show it up there. Anything that I can show you my purchase price, I will. However, if I don't show it, it's just because it's no longer on my eBay research history. I can't find it. It's just outdated. So just have to take my word for it. Yeah, I try to show you guys as much as I can. Unfortunately, sometimes I can't. But these were $5 a pop, I believe. It was a lot. It was like 10 of them or 9 of them for $45, or 10 of them for... It was somewhere around the $4 to $5 mark a card. I sent 5 of them in. This card, I believe, is not a tough grade. There's a 10 there. Another 10. Got another 10. Another 10. So, yeah, I'll take these 10s. And I was just saying that a 10 is a tough grade to get from SGC. But this card, because I bought so many in a lot, I could tell which ones were really crispy and a couple that just weren't. So I knew that these would grade pretty high. Got 5 10s. So, you know, $50 initial investment, and then I'm paying $10 a card to grade. So let's see, I paid $25 each for these raw, or not each, but $25 raw, $5 each. And so I'm looking at $15 investment on each one of these Trae Youngs. I would hope I could get more than $15 out of each of these, especially when the season starts back up. So I'm looking to turn some profit on those, even if I only sell them for $50 or $60. $15 investment should, you know, quadruple my money. Next up is another 5 cards of the same player. And you guys will remember when I was buying these, if you were watching my mail days and stuff, I was super high on Spicy P. Even though he kind of let down in the playoffs, his cards did skyrocket after I bought them. And I sold off on my PSA 10 Prisms and stuff. You guys saw those in sale videos. However, I bought 5 Optic 2016 rookies, and $7 a card. I bought 4 of them in a lot for $28 and change, and I bought another one of them for like $7.50. So I'm looking at like $35 to $36 invested in raw Spicy P optics. So again, you're looking at around $15 to $16 investment on each one of these cards with the grading fee. So we'll look at my grades. I'm not really sure what they are. I didn't scan, or I didn't look at my return from SGC. Not the whole thing. There was one card I really wanted to look at. So I saw a bunch of number grades down the side, but I didn't know what cards they applied to. So yeah, I'm in like $16 each on these. The first one gets an 8.5. Probably will have to crack that and sell it raw. Probably won't get much money off an 8.5. I'll probably just sell it as is. I'm not going to crack it and I won't crack this and sell it raw because someone would be buying it with the hopes of grading it. So maybe I can get $10 to $15 back out of this. Who knows? We'll see. And I evaluated these all pretty good. I'm going to say it's the back centering that hurt this. However, I find that the back centering on a lot of these 2016 optics on the Siakams, just like this one here, the back centering is just off. It's the way the card is cut. And I don't know if SGC does their research. That's one thing that PSA will do, is that if they know that a certain card is always cut a certain way, they'll grade it accordingly, as opposed to thinking that there may be a perfectly centered one out there. So that's that. I do know that PSA does that. They will be like, well, this card that's just the way it always comes from the factory. We're not going to kill them on the back centering. However, SGC may not, be familiar with the fact that some cards just always come a certain way, and so you should grade it accordingly. So I think the back centering is what got me on that. This one got a 9. Again, super clean front, super crispy corners, dead on centering on the front, and I believe it's going to be the left to right on the back that got me. This would have probably been a 10 at PSA. Here we go again. As you can see, the back centering is off, and another 9. So you can see really good on the front. I evaluated these really closely. I am very harsh on my own cards because I know that the graders are going to be harsh, and I don't show my cards any favoritism. So I evaluate these over and over again: corners, surface, edges, centering. And I did know that the centering on the back of all these was off left to right, but I thought with it being a common denominator on all of them that SGC would pick up on it. So there's a 9. Okay, here's a 9.5, little better. I'm probably not going to score any 10s on these just because I feel like the back centering is off on all of them. It's just the way this card's made. This is probably a 10. I'd be 100% sure that this is a 10 at PSA. This might get cracked and resubmitted depending on next year's season. Again, back, another 9.5. So, same situation on all these. I was killed on the back centering. None of them were, well, one of them was an 8.5. Luckily, I'm not heavily invested in those. They're just, $7 raw, or $8 raw on average, or $7.50 on average with the grading fees. Still confident I'll be able to flip those for some profits. Just not as high as I originally hoped. Thought I would get at least 2 10s out of the 5. Might try with PSA. I just don't know if it's worth the wait. Next up, this is a Kristaps Select Rookie. Bought this at the LCS out of a $5 box. I was like, man, this looks really good. I got to look at it myself. And actually looking now with that blue on the background, I got a little bit of whitening on this bottom right corner. So I'm guessing that's going to knock me down. Yeah, that wasn't there when I sent it in. I would have saw that. Because I see it now without my magnifier on. Bet you SGC. Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I would have seen that. All right, it's got a 9.5. Yeah, I'm going to say that they're guilty of that because they're going to be like, oh man, we still got to give this a good grade because that wasn't like that when we got it. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not. There's a train in the background. It's going to be loud. Loud train has gone away. Okay, anyway, the Kristaps and a 9.5. I like the looks of this card. It looks really good in this slab. So, yeah. Like the card. $15 invested again. $5 out of a $5 box at the LCS. So, again, potential there. So there you go. You have some Trae Youngs, some Pascal Siakam, some Kristaps. Trae Young wasn't in the bubble, but I was hoping to get the Kristaps and the Pascal Siakam's back in time for the bubble. However, I didn't, even though Kristaps was hurt most of the time. We'll go ahead and start on this side where I got some older basketball. And this is a 96. Well, not older, just a couple older ones to start. This is a 96 Topps Allen Iverson. I bought this for $15 raw. I've tried and tried and tried on these cards to get a 10. And I just keep getting 9s or 9.5s. So this is another attempt for a $15 investment. So I'm $25 in on this with the grading fee. And again, a 9.5. Surprise, surprise. They just don't give this out in a 10, I guess. I really don't know where the issue is on this card. Left to right is good. Top to bottom is good. Corners are, I mean, you can see the corners, well, blurry, but the corners are good. I mean, even the back centering is dead center. This could possibly be a PSA candidate. Might crack this and send it because, like I said, they hand out these 9.5s instead of 10s. I believe that's their way of just saying, hey, we're going to try to strengthen our 10 and give out a bunch of these 9.5s. And people honestly really don't care. People want to buy PSA, regardless of what SGC tries to do. It's a shame. I was really pushing SGC. I've had 3 orders returned from them. As you can see over there, there's 2 other boxes. This is my 3rd. And I talked about them a lot on previous videos and how I was hoping they would gain traction and people would get more grading company options, because we do. Honestly, we need more options because PSA is just head and shoulders above everybody, and they can pretty much just do what they want. They can take as long as they want. They can charge what they want. And it's because, you know, that's what everybody pushes. That's what everybody, you know, your bigger content creators, all they ever talk about is PSA. You never see SGC cards hardly ever mentioned on different channels. So, you know, especially new people coming to the hobby, that's what's being shoved down their throats is PSA. And it's, you know, it's unfortunate. However, it's the nature of the beast. And if you want to maximize your profits, PSA is the way you got to go. And you just got to send your cards off and forget about them and hope that someday they'll come back with some good grades on them. That's not really a rant. That's just pretty much a fact. So the next card is a card that I had already bought from in an SGC case. It was in an old SGC case. I bought it for 300 and change. And it was an old SGC 9. And is a 96 Topps Kobe Bryant rookie. And because it was an SGC 9 and it was old, it was before they had implemented that new 9.5 grade like you see here. So I was hoping I could send it in, get a new review done on it, and maybe it would bump to a 9.5. You know, I know they weren't going to give it a 10 because they just don't do 10s that much. That's just a fact. And I was like, okay, maybe it'll get a 9.5 and it'll bump the value of what I paid for it as a 9. And also the new case would probably boost the value too. So either way, I had to have it sent in and done. Got it back. They stuck to the 9. Of course, if they would have bumped it to a 9.5, they might have thought it might have jeopardized their integrity. But I was just hoping with the fact that they didn't have the 9.5 grade when this was graded, that it might regrade as a 9.5. However, it didn't. But it's in a new case. This card's crispy clean. If anything hurts it, on the front might be a little slight top to bottom. But I don't know. Is that enough to drop at a full grade point? I really don't know, because the back centering is dead on money. But anyway, I spent like $330 maybe on this when I bought it. So hopefully in the new case, it's Kobe. I'm not selling it anytime soon anyway. So Kobe Bryant, 96 Topps. Next up is going to be Dame Dollar. Holla one time. Hoops 2012. This was man, I bought this so long ago. I didn't pay over $10 for this because I would never pay over $10 for a raw Hoops way back in like February or so. But I did. So this had to be around a $10 purchase with a $10 grading fee. Honestly, don't remember how much I did buy it for, but I do know that I wouldn't have paid over 10, 12 bucks for this in a raw card. Not when other cards of better players were the same price. So, all right. So there we go. So throw me a friggin' bone here. Finally, 10 on a good card. So yeah, this is going to some profit here. This will be close to paying for my order. Probably will pay for my order when I decide to sell it if he gets off to a hot start. So yeah, $10 card, $10 grading fee, $20, and I got an SGC 10 Hoops of Damian Lillard. I'll take that. I'll take that. Finally, little smile action, because we really haven't seen many 10s. Have we seen any 10s until then? Oh, just the Trae Youngs. We saw the Trae Young 10s, but just that wasn't a very exciting card to me. Next up is going to be 3, and I know I got 3 in here. Yep, 3 Tyler Hero Prisms. Again, you guys, if you watch my recent sales videos and such, you know that I bought Tyler Hero Prisms by the lots for $5 a card, and I sent 5 to PSA, got 5 10s. I was 5 for 5 with PSA, and I sold them all. So I was invested on those for only 15 bucks a card, $5 raw and the grading fee, and I sold them all for 300 a piece to the same seller. One big lump. Bought it in a lot, got it graded in a lot, sold it in a lot. Boom, done with. So that was a $75 total investment for a $1,500 total sale. That was just a good flip for me. Still have a couple of these Tyler Heroes. I gave a Prism away in a video that was slightly off center. That's why I didn't submit it. However, I gave it away, and I did tell people that it was slightly off center. And I included an Optic Rookie with it. So if you're new to the channel and you've been missing my videos, you've missed some Tyler Hero giveaways, you've missed some Mosaic football giveaways, you missed Fernando Tatis Topps PSA 10 giveaway. I mean, you guys, I give back to the community. So make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. It helps me keep doing this stuff. And the more that I grow, the more I can give back. Now I know the more that I grow, it's harder, to win, but hey, everybody has the fair chance. Let's go ahead and look at these Tyler Heroes here. I'm going to guess they didn't give me any 10s just because any certain flaw with SGC is going to bump me to a 9.5. That's just the way, the nature of the beast. And here we go with a 9. So I was 5 for 5 to PSA on 10s, and my first attempt with the Tyler Hero at SGC was a 9. Maybe left to right centering. Not a whole lot. There won't be any surface blemishes on these because the slightest dimple, the slightest scratch, hairline, anything, I don't submit them because I know that surface is important on these modern basketball, and I know they're easy to scratch and things. I don't submit them. So if anything that I miss, it's centering because I don't have a centering tool. I just go with my eye. This is a little bit left to right. Don't know if it warranted a full point. Maybe this could have been a 9.5. However, I'm not a professional grader. We got another one here. This is going to be a 9.5 again. Probably a 10 with PSA. Probably a 10 with PSA. And if it becomes worth my while, if he starts off with a monster season, if he starts off as the poor man's Luka, I'll probably crack it and send it to PSA on a quick return, maybe. Again, another Prism Tyler Hero. Same situation. Another 9.5. So 2 9.5s and a 9. $5 a card. So again, I'm $15 invested. I'll make my money back. So I don't want to sound like I'm whining about SGC's grades and things like that. I will make my money back. However, these SGC cards just aren't as liquid. You tend to have to, my strategy with selling SGC is you kind of just got to put them on a buy it now and sit and wait. If you put SGC at auction, a lot of times, if you don't find people who like SGC, auction could end without a lot of bids and just not get pushed up. A lot of times somebody looking for a good deal on a graded card will search out the SGC because they can't afford the PSA, and they'll find a decent buy it now price and just buy it. However, if you put it at auction, that same person may not have anybody running against them and driving the auction prices up. That's my strategy when I sell SGC graded cards, guys. So you can take that for what it's worth. I do way more buy it nows than I do auctions on SGC. Or buy it nows with offers. So at least I can get satisfactory out of it. So, this card in a PSA 9 is probably $100. So, SGC 9.5s are supposed to be more valuable than PSA 9s. However, they're still not as liquid. Even though people say the 9.5 is a stronger card, I don't know if recently I've seen that. So I should be able to list this at a 9.5 for around 125 bucks. If the 9s are going for, if the PSA 9s are going for 100, I should be able to get 125 for this. However, it may sit for a while, or I could put something like 140 on it with best offer and let somebody give me like an offer of 120, 115, and I would take that because I'm only $15 invested. So if I can make $100 profit off it, I will. Let's go ahead and finish this order off. Looks like we got 7 cards left. These might all be the same player. These are all the same player. Again, from the Miami Heat. These are Bam Adebayo cards. And I bought these dirt cheap. These Bam cards I was buying way back. Cheaper than Tyler Hero. I mean, and I was buying Tyler Hero for $5. First card we have is the This is going to be a select premier level prism. I'm not sure which prism it is. This is a scope and a 9.5. I paid $3 for this. I remember a guy wanted $8 for this card on a buy it now or best offer, and I offered him $3 and he took it. Was super shocked. I figured this card must be damaged because anytime you buy something raw off eBay, you're taking a risk. And I'll take a 9.5 on this card, and this card is just awesome looking. This card is buttery. This would have to go to a collector. Investors don't tend to like to buy these different types of prisms and stuff to flip. They like to buy the base. But if you're a BAM or a Miami Heat fan, this in a 9.5 is a good card, and I bet you this would have been a 10 in PSA. I'm gonna look at really good and see. But BAM cards have shot up since I bought them. Again, I bought this card for $3. Next up is going to be another select premier level, and these are the premier levels. These are ones that are harder to pull. They're not the court side, but the premier level. So this is another prism. It's not a silver. This is going to be a tricolor. Again, sweet looking card and a 9.5. I'll take that. Again, this one was $5 because I bought the two of them, and I remember putting out $8 for two BAM prisms from Select. So $8 invested in these two raw, and $10 a grade each one of them, so it's $28 that I got invested. $28 for these two. I should be able to get my money back, I would hope. Especially if the Heat start off hot. And next up, the final. Oh, there's a card on the bottom that's not a BAM. These next four are all BAM prisms. Bought these in a lot. Four of them for, I believe it was $26. I won at auction, like $26. It was over 25 because I remember I couldn't get an estimation on the card, but it was about $26 for four of them. So I'm just going to say I paid like $7 a piece for these. None of them are the base. I think they're all red, white, and blues. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, red, white, and blue. Got a 9. Maybe, don't really know. I was going to say maybe the centering, but that looks all right. So $17 invested. Hopefully a 9 would get that back for me. Another red, white, and blue in the 9 again. Same situation as the other one. Should at least be able to double my money, I would hope. At a $17 investment, I would hope I could get 30 to $50 for it. Here we go with a 9.5. Should be able to fetch me a little bit. And our last BAM card. This one is a Ruby Wave. A Ruby Wave and a 10. So finally another 10. The 10s have been few and far between, especially on the good cards. But this is a great card. I like this. Look, Ruby Wave Prism, Miami Heat, red and black colors on the outside. Matches the uniform. Got the black SGC case. This is just a sweet looking card. If you're a Miami Heat fan, if I was a Miami Heat fan, I would like this card even more. And it's a 10. So $17 I put out with the grading fee. So I'm doing all right. I think I'll do all right on this order. This is 25 cards. And I always say to myself, if I can average $100 a card, I'll make $2,500 off this order. And I believe I should be able to average that, especially with the Kobe Bryant that's in there. This last card is a Jaylen Brown Select. I bought this at a card show for $3 out of a $3 box with a bunch of like Colin Sextons and a bunch of Jaren Jackson Jr. prisms at a card show on March 1st. It was the last card show I was able to go to because then COVID shut everything down. It was at Valley Forge Convention Center, Philadelphia. You guys have heard me talk about it a lot. Because, yeah, it's the last card show I was able to go to, and I made some good pulls there. I showed you in a recent video, Lamar Jackson Optic I had bought there for $30, and it graded a 10. A couple Luka Selects that I had bought for $30 each, and they graded 9.5s. So, this Jaylen Brown I got out of a $3 box. And it's going to be a 10. So we end the order with a 10 with two 10s, a BAM and a Jaylen Brown. Tricolor Prism here. $3 purchase, $13. I'm invested in this card for $13. So, you know, even if I'm only able to get 50 or $60 for this, again, I'm quadrupling my investment. And this card looks really cool. This was way before Jaylen Brown was, you know, really popular, way before the playoffs. So there you have it, guys. My SGC order. The BAMs, I don't want to scratch these cases up, but the BAMs, I don't want to, yeah, because they will scratch and they don't have bags on them. But yeah, just show you a couple rare ones. The random ones, the Lillard Heroes. I'm just kind of all over the place. The Kobe come back, regraded as a 9. The Iverson in a 9.5. I just can't get that card in a 10 to save my life. Kristaps 9.5 LCS pickup, can't go wrong. A bunch of Trae Young hoops in the 10s. Spicy P, you know the story with those optics and the off-centering on the back of every single one of them, and SGC just didn't notice, I guess. All right, guys. Well, they noticed, and they they noticed and they graded the card accordingly. They bumped it down for the centering on the back. However, I would have thought that they would have noticed that it's just a reoccurring theme on that card. Anyway, guys, that's my SGC order. It's early in the morning for me, so sorry if I didn't sound as energetic as normal. Tell me what you guys are doing with your graded cards. Are you still sending to SGC? Is anybody going with BGS? Is everybody still going to PSA? The new grading company, the comic book company, I can't pull the name off the top of my head. Is anybody thinking about submitting to them? Yeah, drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Oh, and the Mosaic football. If you want to enter to win this hanger pack, go back and watch my previous video that I did on a sales recap. And all you got to do is like it, because at a certain amount of likes, I'm going to give this away. So all you got to do is like, subscribe, and drop a comment on that video. Answer the question that I ask about what you're selling. And make sure you comment on this video. I didn't advertise any giveaways. However, you never know. Things are always changing. I might decide, hey, I'm going to give away something from my SGC video. Maybe it's one of these graded cards that I have out here. Maybe it's, you know, never know. I have multiples of these now. And if I'm looking at good profits, whenever I profit well, I try to give something back. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment, hang out for the Cello Pack giveaway. And until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I will see you later. What's up, guys? Time to give something away. I've gotten completely confused on my giveaways and the gifts. I talked about some Mosaic football. I talked about some Prism and Bowman baseball, and I've kind of gotten my timelines mixed up on my videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give the winner a choice. Whoever's comment gets drawn, you can either choose the 2 baseball packs or the Mosaic football pack. So it'll be your choice, your decision, and all you have to do is drop a comment on my last video, 2 videos ago now, talking about the tennis market, how surprisingly it has really gone up, and the tennis cards have really gained some value. I'm going to go ahead and grab the comments and select the winner. Good luck to everybody. You have 7 days to get with me on either Instagram or Facebook, and we'll go ahead and exchange information and have these sent right out to the winner. So good luck to everybody. 42 comments, not a bad ratio to win. And here we go. Who's it going to be this time? We have Ziggy No Sports Cards. I know Ziggy, another content creator. I'm not buying anything outside of basketball, soccer, baseball, and football. Sorry, I focus on what I know and love. So Ziggy, make sure you get with me and make your decision on what you want for your packs. This is pretty exciting because I know your boys like to open packs. So yeah, make sure you get with me on either Facebook, Instagram. And until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I'll see you later.